Good morning, children. Now we are going to see about the lesson, chapter 6, understanding our criminal justice system. So, understanding our criminal justice system, we have 4 more points. One is how to FIR, and second one is how to file and case in the open court, and second one is the role of the judge and how the role of the public prosecutor and how the fact trial has happened. Okay, so here one story is there. The story depends upon the two ladies. One is Mrs. Shinde and another one lady is Shanti Hembram. So Shanti Hembram is working in a house for 3 years in Shinde's home. Okay, so Shinde's home, one day the lady that she was searching in drawer, the gold chain was missing. Okay, so the gold chain was missing. Mr. Shinde planned to go for a police to complain against Shanti Hembram. Shanti Hembram is telling, I'm not stolen anything, I'm not steal anything from you. I'm working here for 3 years. I did not done any mistake. So please believe me, like that she is telling. Okay, so the next thing is Mr. Shinde complaining file against Shanti. Shanti was telling the amount was from my truck was in the just about myself and my brother had saved money together. That is only that money, the 10,000, because immediately the Mrs. Shinde asked Shanti to take her truck, and they both Mr. Shinde and Mrs. Shinde both searched in her truck. There they found on 10,000 rupees amount. So that they assumed that Shanti only steal the gold chain and get the amount as 10,000. So like that they both think. After that, Shanti Hembram is thinking that didn't do anything. I'm so innocent. I didn't stolen anything from you. Like that she is telling. After that, he come to FIR the theft case in police. The Shanti has stolen that wife's necklace. Okay, that Sub-Inspector Rao records Mr. Shinde's FIR. He files the FIR. Next thing what happened is, the statement and Mr. and Mrs. Shinde make about this theft. Let me seal the envelope that has the money that taken as the evidence. I am arresting Shanti and taking her to the police station. So what they are thinking is, depends upon the only amount, that 10,000, they are thinking that Shanti only stole the gold chain. Okay, so Shanti's brother arrives the Sub-Inspector Rao to release Shanti. They are telling that we have not stolen anything from that house. Only we together save the amount. Only savings that 10,000 is in her truck. We didn't steal anything, like that he is telling. Who is telling? Shanti's brother. Okay, then after that police constables have tried to Shanti to head a gang of the domestic servants that have stolen jewelry from other homes. They have been complaints of theft of jewelry from Shinde's neighborhood. So she keeps repeating he is innocent factory worker. The police let him go after 2 days. What happened is, Sushil also a innocent factory worker. Shanti also a innocent lady who is working in her house for 3 years. They didn't do anything, but they falsely complained against the two peoples. And after that, the court, if the case is filed as FIR means that definitely the case will go to the court, right? So if the court has been taking the case means definitely that opponent lawyer will be there. The crime, what is the crime, and what crime has been done, all discussed in the court. Okay, so Next what happened means she is telling that I didn't do anything. I haven't done anything wrong. Yet I am behind bars just because madam suspects me. What she is telling, she suspects me very much wrong about her. So she is telling I'm very innocent. I'm not doing anything wrong. I didn't do anything, but I am behind the bars. That means she is in the jail. Why? Because the FIR case filed to the sub-inspector. No, they sent the constables to arrest her, and immediately they put it in the put against the bar. அதாவது ஜெயிலுக்கு கொண்டு வந்து போட்டுட்டாங்க சரியா. So next one is the police files a charge sheet in the magistrate court. The court gives a copy of the charge sheet including statement of witness to Shanti. The Shanti tells the court she has no lawyer because she is in the poverty, she has no money, she is not rich, so she doesn't offend a lawyer for her. So according to the Article 22 of the Constitution, the fundamental right defended by the lawyer, Article 39A of Constitution, places a duty upon the state to provide a lawyer to any citizen who is unable to engage on due to poverty or other disability. So because of the poverty, if a person is not able to offend a lawyer means, according to the Article 22, the government itself expends the money and they have allocated a lawyer for the accused people. Okay, so next one is they allocated the advocate Kamla. So Kamla Roy meets Shanti in the court. She is asking about the case, what happened, why you done like this. She is asking. She is telling, I have been falsely accused for stealing my employer's gold chain. Okay, so and they found the 10,000 in my truck. That this was the money she got from stealing the chain, but that is money we have saving up together. Both the Shanti and Susil both telling we didn't do anything, we just saved the money. Up to this 10 months I am earning means one for month I am having 1,000 rupees means for 10 months I have earned totally 10,000 rupees. That was the money I have saved in my truck. They falsely think that I have stolen that chain and get the money as 10,000, like that she told. Okay, so next, what is that? The court frames the charge of the theft of Mrs. Shinde's gold chain and possession of money rupees 10,000 got from the selling stolen property against Shanti. So what Mrs. Shinde, what they doing is they get the 10,000 from her truck. No, that amount is the evidence they are providing in the court. Next one is the public prosecutor appears in the case on the behalf of the state. He presents Mrs. and Mr. Shinde as a key witness. So the public prosecutor's job is to offend the criminal or accused people. They have to provide a witness in the court and have to take lots of things from the evidence, and so that the judge can identify who is the thief, who is the criminal. That judgment should not be at any point should not be anything happened wrong. So the judge should avail the judgment properly and correctly. So the witness should be strong and correct. So after that, the public prosecutor having so much discussion with the cross-examines with the Mrs. Shinde, so that she is telling what you are basically saying, that you did not see Shanti steal the chain. So that after discussing that argument, that a lady is telling, I am not see that Shanti is stealing the chain, but she is working in my home for 3 years, but I have thought that she only take the gold chain, like that she is telling, Mrs. Shinde. After that, public prosecutor got the idea that what really happened in her house. Okay, so next one is the I had kept my, she is telling simply, I have kept the chain in my drawer. அவங்களோட drawerல வந்து அந்த chain வந்து இருந்தது. Shanti only stole it. No other outside expect, because she is telling no other person is coming to her home. Only Shanti is inside the home. She only working for her home. So I thought that she stolen my gold chain, like that she told. Okay. Next one is Advocate Roy examines Sushil and his employer as defense witness. Through their testimonies, she is able to show that the only thing, the 10,000 rupees found from her Shanti's truck was the witness for this, was evidence for this case. Okay. Next, both inspector and lawyer came to begin a discussion. Who is the actual theft happened for the happened? Who is actually steal the gold chain? They both are discussing. Okay. So next one is the Inspector Sharma, Advocate Roy, argues before the judge that how now is it established that Shanti is innocent and should be acquitted. What does that mean? They both are talking. She feels like innocent. She could be acquitted. She could not be punished at any time. Like that they both discussed. And the public prosecutor and the defense lawyer, police judge, everybody have the individual roles to play in this above case. Now let us try and understand how these roles are played generally. Okay. We all know how the police are investigating the crime. If the investigation is started by the commission of the crime, means what happened actually, the statement of the witness and collecting different kind of evidence on the case. Then investigation must be the police required to form an opinion of the case. Then the police think that evidence points to guilt of the accused person. Whether all the evidence are matched to the accused person, or they have to check. Then they file a charge sheet in the court. What is the charge sheet? Nothing but the FIR. If you file the FIR in the court, means the court take the case and they have been working for that case with the evidence. Then police to decide whether the person is guilty or innocent. That is for judge to decide. Even the police can decide whether the person is guilty or innocent, but the judgment should be decided by the judge. Okay. So we all know that Unit 2 is about the rule of the law. Everyone equal before the law, we already know. So some of the things that has been discussed here. What is it? Article 22 of Constitution and Criminal Law guarantee to every arrested person to following fundamental rights. What is it? Fundamental rights means if the person is informed to time of the arrest, the offense for which the person is being arrested. Okay. Next one is the right to be presented before a magistrate within 24 hours of meet. If a person is asked to arrest, means he or she may be presented before the magistrate within 24 hours of the arrest. Next one, next point is the right not to be ill-treated or tortured during the arrest or in the custody. So, if the person is accused, means if they are arrested, means they should not be ill-treated or tortured during the arrest or in the custody. Then confessions made in police custody cannot be used as a evidence against the accused. So if the person is arrested in the police custody, means that is not that cannot be used as a evidence against the accused people. Okay. So the boy under 15 years of age and woman cannot be called to the police station only for questioning. So if the boy is under the 15 years, means he cannot be called by the police for the questioning, for the investigation. If the woman is under the 15 years, means she cannot be called for the investigation. That is the rule. Okay. So from we all know what is that FIR. FIR is the charge sheet that states the name, address of the complaint. What we are giving the complaint. The complaint has a legal right to get a free copy of the FIR from the police. We can get the FIR from the police. Just if you wanted to get a duplicate copy means you can ask the police to get it. Okay, the law is just that is compulsory for an officer in charge of a police to register FIR when a person gives information about a cognizable offence. What is a cognizable offence means? If a crime has happened means we all know that the crime has happened for the right time. He or she, the person can make a FIR to a police. They can ask for the to put a FIR and make a case to the court. Okay, so next one is what is the role of the public prosecutor? We all know they can cross-examine with the evidence or witness what is the maybe. So he can investigate with the people who is charged in the charged in the FIR, and he or she has the role to play in the investigation. Okay, so next one is the prosecutor must conduct the prosecutions on behalf of the state. As an officer of the court, it is duty to act impartially and present the full and material facts. The evidence before the court to enable the court to decide the case. Public prosecutor can decide, can investigate the people who are all in the case, and he can examine. Sorry, one second. He can examine what are all in the case. Okay, so what is the role of the judge means? The judge can equally decide what is in before the law. So if the person has done a mistake means he can give the punishment, everything in before the law. Then if the accused is convicted, then the judge pronounces everything to the person. He may send the person to jail or impose a fine or both, depending on what the law prescribes. Okay, so nothing has happened if a judge is decided means once it's decided, it's decided. Okay, so in before the law, everybody are equal. He can send the person to jail or impose a fine or both. Everything they can do. The judge can do anything. Okay, so what is the fair trial means? Nothing but fair trial is the open court judgment. What is that open court judgment means? Sorry. What is the open court judgment means? The only thing in the open court judgment is fair trial means the people can assume or ask investigation in between the accused people. Okay, so if the people is asking for the open court judgment means the judge have to decide, prove beyond the reasonable doubt. Okay, on the basis of the evidence, the judgment should not be impartial. Okay, so in between the law, the article 21, if the person is not able to offend a lawyer means he can give the judge can give the lawyer to allocate the case in between the accused people and lawyer. Another thing we have to discuss is in the open court, his brother Susil and Shanti has the rights to speak their opportunity, and the opposite lawyer can cross-examine all the prosecution witness. Okay, so next is the Shanti's defense, the opposite person can examine, and the allocated lawyer for the Shanti can cross-examine the opposite party. Okay, so in that cross-examine, everything have to be witnessed properly. Okay, so that the judge can understand whether it is properly decided or not. So, on the basis of the evidence before the court, the judge did not jump to the conclusion. He did not jump to the conclusion simply. He should decide who is right and who is wrong. Okay, so he cannot take the judgment impartial. And so the evidence showed that showed that some young men and not Shanti was the thief. So one young man only theft the gold chain, not Shanti. Then he came to the judgment. It was finally justice against justice for the Shanti. She did not do anything. The only men can stole the gold chain. This is the fair trial. Fair trial is nothing but the open court discussion. The public can ask investigation between the accused people or prosecutor or who are all in the court. They can suggest their opinion in front of the court. Okay. So this is the constitution. So the law, both the persons that is in the chapter, Susil, Shanti, Mr. Shinde and Mrs. Shinde, who are not in front of the caste, gender, religious and ideological backgrounds should not be taken as the should not be taken as friend. So everybody before the law is equal. So fair trial when is acquiesced because of the evidence is not getting properly and we cannot decide properly means we can keep the case open court so that public can investigate with the open court. Then we get at last we get the final decision from the judge. Once its judge was decided means the judgment can given. That's all. So from this lesson we can understand that a criminal case is done by first the FIR is done means that case is taken by the court. After that the accused people and the opposite people both should have the lawyer for defending in between the court. So public prosecutor role is to investigate properly and should keep the evidence properly. Next one is the role of the judges. To everybody before the law, all are equal. They should judgment should be equal. So judge should decide whether the person can go to jail or impose a fine or both. He should decide it's everything. The next one is the fair trial is nothing but the open court discussion. They can cross-examine, both peoples cross-examine each other or public can give an opinion for that case. That is that fair trial. Then the constitution is everything that the fundamental rights happen for the citizens is all are equal. That is the conclusion of this lesson. If you have any doubt in this lesson, we will discuss in the Google Meet. Thank you, children.